Do you understand how fortunate you are to be living in the internet age? Have you realized the potential that exists right at your fingertips every time you log into the internet? Because never before in the history of mankind has the individual person and every individual person had so much power just waiting to be put to use. So what about you? Every time you sit down at your computer and launch your browser, what are you thinking? What's going through your mind? What are you trying to do? Are you just looking to kill time? Amuse yourself? Do some shopping? Maybe hoping you might make a friend or two? Or are you on a mission? Because every time you plug into the internet, you have the power to reach out, touch, and influence every other person that's plugged into the internet, and all of the people beyond those people. Think about it. Every time that you surf the web, you have the power to literally change the entire world all around you. Boundless opportunities are waiting for you there. 150 years ago, a truly unique era dawned and transpired here in America, out west, back when our nation was still young. And it reshaped our entire country and forever changed the entire world all around us. It was called the California Gold Rush. On January the 24th, 1848, a man named James Marshall in a place called Sutter's Mill in the brand new state of California looked down at the stream in front of his feet and he discovered gold just laying there. Word of the find spread across all of America like lava through a field of wheat. Our entire nation was thus consumed and driven by the promise of the free gold to be found out west in the new land of California. And from 1848 to 1855, over 300,000 men and women made their way out west, hoping to strike it rich. They came by boat. They came by trains of covered wagons. They came by horse. They walked. And when their strength failed, they crawled. Because all of a sudden, and perhaps for the first time in recorded history, everybody was equal. It didn't matter what their last name was. It didn't matter if they were already rich or if they were from a long line of poverty. The color of their skin didn't matter. Who their parents were and the kind of job their parents had didn't matter. Their level of education didn't matter. It didn't even matter whether they knew how to read or were completely illiterate. Their age, how old or young they were, did not matter. Because as long as they could make it out west to where the gold fields and mines and diggings were, then they could become wealthy. They could find gold and they could get rich. And before it was all over, people from all around the world were coming and making that long, treacherous journey to the great American West because of it. And even though very, very few people ever realized that dream, the promise and the potential for everybody to do so was there. So they came, and they came, and they came. So today I bring you glad tidings of great things, because now, after over 150 years, it's happening again. And a whole new gold rush is now upon us and all around us. And people who have realized it and have acted accordingly are already making incredible lives based on that knowledge and this opportunity. They are literally changing the world all around them. People today, people you know, people around you are making livings and even fortunes on the internet, on their computers, as they surf the web. But unlike the gold rush of 150 years ago, they're not having to make long journeys. They're not having to face arduous dangers and hardships, risking their lives and even dying in the attempt. No, they're doing it from the safety and comfort of their own living room, their den, their kitchen table, from McDonald's, wherever they can set up their laptops and find a Wi-Fi connection. And I'll go one even further. The toys that our children are playing with today, these toys are now the tools of modern industry needed to make it happen. The smartphones, the laptops, the handycams, the tablets, the netbooks. Any young person in possession of these tools pretty much has all that they need to become the next Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, or Steve Jobs, the mind behind Apple, or Clark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook. Have you realized that the young person or the group of young people that simply learn how to make viral videos on an ongoing basis and then figure out how to monetize on those videos now have the potential of earning far more money than their friends and counterparts who go the college route and earn degrees? Indeed, Bill Gates himself was a college dropout. And if that's not a wake-up call for the traditional educational establishment, then I don't know what is. Because education is still important. Truth be told, education is more important now than it's ever been. But now education and the traditional educational establishment must fight and it must adapt in order to survive and remain relevant in today's internet-based climate and world. Because the young people of today all have the potential to go out and become successful via the internet with or without us. But the odds of them doing so sure to become a lot better when we choose to help them out in that direction. Because the internet is here, and it's right before your eyes, and it's right at your fingertips. And just like those gold rushes of so long ago, it doesn't matter how old or young you are. It doesn't matter what your last name or who your parents are. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor or what color your skin is. It doesn't matter whether you live in the country or the city. It doesn't matter how much education you've had or how much education you haven't had. Because all that you have to do is to be able to get to the internet. And today, pretty much everybody can. And you'll find all of these opportunities and more. An infinite number of opportunities are there, just waiting for you, waiting for everybody. And once again, everybody has been made equal. Anybody with enough drive and enough creativity can lay hold of those opportunities. The internet has risen up to become the greatest equalizer in all of recorded history. Today's readily available technologies and easily accessible social medias are here. And they've been here for a little while now, too. You now have the ability to reach out, touch, and influence the world all around you. And you can do it every time you launch your web browser. So I'm going to ask you one more time. as you're sitting in your chair, looking at your screen and listening to me, you have the entire internet before you and all around you. And you have all of the rest of your life in front of you. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the internet? What are you going to do through the internet? And how are you going to use it to shape your life? How are you going to use it to shape the world around you? The time is now. So make your answers good. And welcome to the internet.